Today we've got a chore. We have a trail down here that we like to ride and walk on. It's all grown up, it's full of stickers. It's just going to require the CID mower, and we're going to start it up here and go over here and show you the CID, show you a little bit about the CID, show you why I chose the Spartan mower here because of the CID. And so let's get to it. I'll move over there, start up here, and you can ride along with us. Okay, I want to show a few things on this CID Extreme. This thing is a beast. Underneath of this is a Parker drive motor, Parker brand, which is, when you come around underneath here, this thing not only has these three reversible, you reverse it by your hydraulics, but it also has a kit that can mount onto this with teeth to where you can grind things. I haven't seen the need for that, and you can see where here we've really used this. Now walk over here to this Spartan mower. This is why we chose the Spartan mower, and people are doing reviews, and they're doing reviews on ride quality. You cannot beat this thing. This is the commercial. It has two Parker, same brand as that, drive motors that have fans on top of them on each side. It's got the Kawasaki VX80 1V. This has got a 7-gauge deck on it. Now, we usually don't use the term 7-gauge. That's a 3/16 inch deck. To service it, you just can't beat it. You lift that off, there's your belts, one big belt, which we've already had to replace. We hit a stick and it locked up on one of them. Didn't do any damage, but take the belt out. There's the tensioner you can get to, all by raising this up. Now, when you need to actually change the belts, we have to take these two off with one wing nut on each one. The serviceability of this is unmatched, except for that Bobcat right there. And I'll give you an example of the Bobcat. 2019 T650. This is the Bobcat Advantage. No better balance to power to weight. When you need a fuel filter changed, it's right there. You need to get the alternator, it's right there. You need to put oil in it, it's right there. You need to check oil, it's right there. You need to change the oil filter, it's right there. You need to change the starter, it's right there. You need to change the battery, it's right there. You need to change the air filter, it's right there. You need to service the injectors, they're right here. This thing, and they came out with a T76 to replace it. And here in 2024, this exact machine has come back. And a lot of it is because of that. Now, if you would have to get to the deck to get to service the drive belt, it's right here. So you raise the cab up, you got access to the belt, to the hydraulic pump. Here's the computer. Here's the access port for the computer. Here's all your sensors for your airflow to tell you if your filter's been too long. Look at the vibration isolator. You're getting You get in a Kubota and you can't even hardly talk, it's so loud. Nothing wrong with Kubota. This thing is dominating the market. Bobcat was the original inventor, and they are a step ahead of everybody else. And people say, well, John Deere will lift more. Well, not and be balanced. This is the most balanced engine. It's tier 4, but no def, and a clean engine. And you watch this thing when it starts, it'll be no smoke coming out of it. So watch this right here. Another thing about quality, the CID. Look at the grips for you to get on and off and step. You got smooth metal every place else. Simply reverse these two right here, and you change your rotation. So very simple for rotation change. Low flow unit. That's all it is to hooking it up. Okay, let's go mow the trail now. It's a long way down here. The front of the property. We're about a third back in on the property, so probably got better than a quarter mile. We've been having a tremendous amount of bear activity. Kind of faded off over the years. We'd see one or two, but I believe we got 5 to as many as 6 in here now. So it looks like we get 2 mamas and they got cubs. So used to have guys coming here and hunting. I thought I had 2 and they took 3 off, so that was 15 years ago. Speed up here a little bit. That's another thing. Watch this thing go into the second speed. I'll put it in the second speed here. Watch this thing. I don't very seldom use the second speed. Very seldom run this thing wide open, so.
Every week.
And here's that balance I was talking about. Down over a hill like that. I don't know what this CID weighs. It's probably close to a ton. And here's where our trail starts. So let's get him. Get our blades going.
That CID does such such a nice job. I mean, obviously, it's not a finished mower, but that's pretty good for a CID Extreme.
Keep an eye out for deer from the farms. It's quite the jungle down there. We set up a game cam and we've had 15-20 deer on the game cam.
He's getting ready to cross the creek right here.
And this is where we catch up the actual bear. So besides their dung, you gotta pay attention to what I'm doing here. Speed down, control. I can run the engine wide open, but control the forward speed with toggles here. Got a tree here we want to take out. Hit the cedar tree. Well, I got a couple snakes in that one. Some property.
The ticks are so bad this year that's another reason why I wanted this done. There's no way I can get out and walk into these bushes without this path being cleared. Raw dealer on Sunday stopped being able to walk. The earliest emergency vet appointment we could get was Tuesday afternoon. Tuesday afternoon, he was actually acting a little bit better. Took him into the vet, they did blood tests, and found out he had Lyme disease. He was on tick medicine, but he still got it. So of course I've got a certain amount of concern for Daisy and Buddy. And of course, some concern for Larry after seeing Chris in the woodyard and JPF, Joe at JPF, the effects Lyme disease has had on them. You guys are involved in any of this crazy weather. I was just reading how Tornado Alley has actually kind of shifted or enlarged itself. I know that friggin' Jeep was only, John and friggin' Jeep was only a few miles from tornadoes that set down in Maryland. Everybody needs to have at least a tornado plan now, because you never know. Ash trees coming back. I don't know if the emerald borer has moved on since it pretty much killed everything. All the mature trees. I don't know if the small ones will be able to survive and the borer has moved on. We are also battling, besides the rust, oak trees, we are battling the lanternfly. That's become, they're nymphs right now, but they will be out in full force probably in July and August. And now there's this new spider. Have you guys heard about this new spider? It's invaded us, Tennessee. I know it's come across the country. It's like the big as the palm of your hand, makes 6-8 foot wide nests, webs. Holy cow, no thank you. I'd rather deal with the snake. Hey JPF, is that a shagbark hickory? We have 2 or 3 of those kinds of trees on our property, and we've never cut one down. if you can see it, but there's a very cool dead tree over there with 6 to 8 holes in it of a woodpecker. Still has some water in it. We've been getting a few sprinkles, but no substantial rain. Enough to keep everything green and growing. Four-wheel drive. Coming up this hill.
Them hydraulics down on the blade, give you a little view of them spinning. That's them spinning at half speed, so you can see the destructive power. Toodles, everybody, that's the end of this one.